squeeze it forward a little bit. I don't mean, you know, like shove the stick forward. So you've got to really use much smaller corrections in your flying. When we were on tow, we were kind of doing this type of thing. And it was because what you were doing was you were moving the stick like this. And it's really fingertips.
Okay.
So you did the takeoff before.
Alright, so again.
92 Zulu, that'll be another, you know, 25, 3,000 foot tow. Okay, so hold the air brakes open. And we do that while he's taking up the slat. That is because he can see that the air brakes are open. He knows we're not ready to take off. So when we're ready to take off, we will close the air brakes. And we'll close them once the slack comes out. Okay, so the slack's out, so now you can close and lock. So it's up, back, yeah. And then when you're ready, you give him the thumbs up, okay?
And wriggle the tail?
And then wiggle the tail. And now you're doing the takeoff, so keep the wings level. So whatever you need to do to keep the wings level, do it. Use the rudder to point at the tail of the tow plane, and just let the nose come up, that's fine. Keep the wings level, use your rudder, right rudder. There you go, left rudder. And just stay in this position. Stay, there you go. You're a little high. That's a good takeoff. I didn't touch anything. Just keep the tow plane right on the horizon. That's the proper position. Get rid of this car.
Yeah.
Just a little high. It should be on the horizon.
What about the trim?
Ah, it's not set, is it?
No.
Yeah, that might be why you're flying a little bit high. Go ahead and change it.
Okay.
So you can do two things. You can either fly with your left hand and change the trim with your right, or you can fly with your right hand and just reach across and change the trim. I do that usually. When we get to 3,000 feet, go ahead and release, turn to the right, and I want you to set the speed at 52.
Okay. I believe
Okay,
it.
3,000 feet, clear left, clear right,
Release.
turn right, and then keep our speed at 52. So, we didn't dive away like we did the last time, right?
Woo! Alright, so I'm having to pull back, stand
Yeah.
back.
And like I said, you can either fly with your right and just reach across and adjust the trim with your left hand. That might work better for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a much better job of keeping it under control. Let's make a left turn and go back in the direction we're coming from here.
Okay.
So look at the runway over there. So we're landing on runway 24, the shorter one of the two, right?
Okay.
So envision our pattern. We want to fly a pattern. It's going to be a rectangle around that. So if you see the runway, if we're crossing that runway at an angle, then we're not doing it right.
Okay.
So just think about where those legs would be and which direction they would be flying. Because we were kind of just weaving all over the place on our pattern.
Yeah. Okay, so you no, could you just repeat that? Like I kind of lost you over there.
Okay, so you know which one is the shorter one, right? The
Right.
3, 4, and 6, right?
Yeah, not this one, but the one that's perpendicular.
Exactly, yeah, the one that's pointed towards the sun.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to want to do is fly a rectangular pattern around that runway.
Okay.
So we're going to fly perpendicular to it on the crosswind, parallel to it on the downwind, perpendicular to it on the base, and parallel to it on the final, right?
Okay.
So when we're on those legs, I want you to be conscious of whether or not we're actually flying perpendicular to or parallel to that runway.
Okay.
Because the last time we were kind of wandering all over the place, and we weren't flying perpendicular or parallel most of the time.
Okay.
And that's what makes the pattern hard, because you're kind of just wandering. You want to make, if you fly it consistently, like I drew on the board there, it makes it easy because you're at the right altitude at the right place.
Okay. So right now I'm perpendicular to it.
Yes, I would agree.
And we are in what? Like the crosswind or the downwind?
We would be on a crosswind at this point. A downwind is going to be when we're flying with the wind, and we know that the wind is coming from the right side.
Okay. All right. So right now, because it's, I mean, I don't know which way the wind is coming from right now.
Okay. Well, so turn to the right,
Okay.
and let's see what we can figure out.
Check left. Check right.
So you see the dust coming up from that tractor there, straight ahead.
Yeah.
See how it's blowing towards us? So that's one way you can look at, and you can say, I see the wind is blowing there.
Okay.
The other thing you can do is, when we were on the ground, which way was the wind blowing? It was almost straight down the runway, wasn't it?
Okay. I'm not too sure. I didn't notice that.
Okay, that's all right. We'll look at it when we go back the other way. So let's turn back around and head back towards the road intersection.
Okay, back towards the road. So all the way back, 180?
Yeah, so it's a be a 180. So head straight towards the road intersection there, and that is what we call the West IP. So it's that road intersection of 156 and Highway 25.
Okay.
And we want to be there, and we're going to set our speed up for 65.
Okay.
And I want you, when you cross over that road intersection, I want you to then turn and fly perpendicular to the runway. It's going to be more or less, you're going to fly straight down Highway 25.
Perpendicular.
It's perpendicular to the runway.
Okay.
The one we're landing on. Just ignore the other runway.
Okay. 24. Okay.
And remember that they're not at right angles. So don't fly parallel to the other runway, because that doesn't work either. Perfect.
All right. Check left. Check right.
Traffic, letter 87 Romeo is 1 mile west Turning left crosswind 24, Hollister left. Perfect. So now, the only runway you care about is 24 and 6, and we're going to fly perpendicular to it. Now, because the wind is blowing, we might actually have to crab a little bit and actually point the nose of the glider in that direction a little bit. We'll talk about that more when we do some ground on it.
Okay.
Keep our airspeed at 65.
Yep, it is. Okay. And that's the north intersection?
No, that's behind us. You're not going. We're not going anywhere near there.
Okay.
So now I would turn my downwind now. Okay. So turn downwind, and we're going to fly parallel to the runway. And we don't want to get any farther away from the runway than this. Okay. So don't let it drift out there. We're going to fly straight parallel to the runway we're landing on. Hollister traffic glider 87 Romeo is left downwind 24. Hollister glider. Doesn't this look a whole lot better?
Yeah, it does.
Keep your airspeed. We're looking really good right here. And then when we turn base, which is not yet, but when we turn base, we're going to fly perpendicular to the runway again.
Okay.
There you go, now you can turn left. Hollister traffic, glider 87 Romeo is the left base, 24, Hollister left. Now use the spoilers, half spoilers. Keep our airspeed at 65, so you're going to have to keep that nose down. More spoilers. And then go ahead and turn final. Hollister traffic, glider 87 Romeo, final 24. Okay, so just keep our airspeed 65, keep the spoilers where they are. Actually, you can put the spoilers in just a little bit, about half an inch. Right, that's it, perfect. Don't touch the spoilers. Airspeed is all pitch, so just down a little bit more, just a little bit, that's it, that's perfect, perfect. Nose down just a little bit more. Perfect, keep holding it, nose down. Now we're about a human height. Not quite yet. Don't let it land. That landing wasn't quite as good as the other one because you basically pulled the nose up too high.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to be that aggressive.
Say what?
I shouldn't have been that aggressive on the stick.
Right. Yeah. You want to hold it off the runway, but you don't want to pull the nose way up in the air. Okay. So the nose should not go any higher. Hold on a second. Hey Luke, can you push the tail down on the ground for just a second? Just real quick. So I'm going to show, he's going to, yeah, just push it down. So look down the runway. That's as high as the nose should ever get. Okay. That's okay. That's good. Thanks. So you never want to pull the nose up any higher than that. That's going to be the landing attitude.
Oh, we're
like 1700 to the west, I think.
We're going again?
Yeah, we're going to do one more. Okay, that's fine. One more. Yeah. All right, so this time we'll remember to set the trim. So the trim is going to be all the way
back.
forward.
All the way forward.
Forward, yeah. All right.
Or you want to cancel?
Well,
Yeah.
shit. We'll deal with it. We'll fly it. It'll be all right. Thanks.
Okay, wheels. Brakes.
You hold the brakes, and when he gets the slack out, he's almost there. There we go. So go ahead and close the air brakes, and then you can give him the rudder waggle. Whatever you do, don't drop the left.